Welcome to Being Real with Olivia. My name is Olivia Ollinger and I love movies and shows. I have been recapping every episode of Arcane since Season 2 is coming out. This is episode 4, so if you haven't seen my other reviews, go check them out. But if you have, then let's get started. In the last episode, a ton happened. Powder killed almost everyone with the Hextech orbs, and then she decided to join Silco, because Vi got captured and couldn't save her. But Powder didn't know that, and she thought that Vi abandoned her. This episode starts with Jace and Professor Heimerdinger talking. It does flash forward a couple years later, where we see how Piltover has changed drastically from Victor and Jace's new Hextech inventions. They made Hex Gates, which is a realm warping device that has made Piltover the center of trade since it can teleport things and people anywhere. It is Progress Day, which is a holiday they have been celebrating for 200 years, and they have big plans today, but so does Silco. Silco has been illegally smuggling in Shimmer. A mysterious group of people called the Fireflies have been trying to help by destroying the shipments and fighting the guards. But they aren't having much success from Powder. She has officially gone off the rails and become super unhinged. Powder now goes by the name Jinx, and she keeps seeing flashbacks of all the people she killed, like Milo, Clagger, and even her sister, Vi. Her trauma has made her crazy and uncontrollable, which we see when she almost blows up the ship fighting the Fireflies, doing more harm to the Shimmer and her own side than to the rebels. Jace and Victor have made a new upgrade to the Hextech. Before, if it was even slightly bumped, it would explode on impact, like what happened with Powder when she tried to save everyone. But now, it's a Hextech gemstone. It is much stronger and can be used to power anything, from weapons to tools. It could be incredibly helpful for Piltover, and help to keep it advancing forward. But Professor Heimerdinger wants Jace and Victor to wait and keep doing more research on it, since it's newer and we don't know, if it's 100% safe yet. But since it's Progress Day, Counselor Medarda and the other counselors want Victor and Jace to show their new work and inventions and what they've been doing so the people have something that they can look forward to. Jace, once again, caught on a crossroads of what he should do. Listen to Professor Heimerdinger or go with his research in the council. I'm getting major deja vu. Things on the underside are a little more complicated. With Benzo and Vander being dead, Silco now rules on, making it even more chaotic and wild. With Piltover thriving and flourishing because of all the new technologies and inventions, Zaun is falling behind even more. It is revealed that Shimmer is used for much more than just turning someone into a scary monster and making them all big and strong. It can also be used to heal, which is what Silco uses. He injects a tiny bit of Shimmer into his eye in order to stay alive and keep his illness at bay, which was caused when Vander drowned him all those years ago. It seems to be doing well in the short run, but in the long run, not so much. It is time for Jace to do the Progress Day speech and show the city what he's been working towards. Jace decides to listen to Professor Heimerdinger and not show the Hex Gem or anything that it can be used to power with. Many people are displeased, especially Counselor Medarda, who wants to keep pushing Piltover every day to keep moving forward. She's always talking about how she wants Piltover to be constantly advancing, and she wants it to be like the center of trade and the center of everything, so everybody has to rely on it. But yeah, she's got a lot of problems down in the Undercity still. Meanwhile, during the Piltover celebrations, a fire breaks out, and Caitlin runs over to the tents to go help. Caitlin is desperate to prove herself since her parents don't want her to do dangerous things and everybody thinks she's too rich and snob for dangerous activities. The other guards mock her since she doesn't even need to be an enforcer. The fire was a trap though, set up by Jinx, who's also trying to prove to everyone that she isn't crazy and weak and she can still be helpful. Which is what she was trying to prove all along, even with Vi, Milo, and Clagger before she became Jinx. Jinx steals the Hextech gemstone, leaving the council in despair. Jace, making another surprising mature decision, wants to close off all the Hex technology, like the gates and other things people use daily, so that they can keep Piltover safe. The counselors, impressed with Jace's decision-making, vote and make him a counselor. since he is young and has big dreams and aspirations for the city. Caitlin has been investigating all the events that took place. At the ship, when all the cargo shipments exploded from Jinx, and at the tents when they all started on fire. She goes to Stillwater Prison to talk to an inmate, but the inmate she needed to talk to got in a fight with someone and got his jaw broken, so he couldn't really talk. So Caitlin goes to talk to the person who assaulted him, which we see is a familiar face, because it's Vi. Now we know where Vi ended up. Since the Piltover enforcer captured her in the previous episode, he clearly threw her in jail. The last episode was insane, and this one was just kind of introducing the new world, how Piltover's changed a lot from Jason Victor's technology, and how Jinx is doing in the Undercity with Silco. Isn't going so well. Even Silco can barely control her. But now that Jinx stole the gemstone, Piltover screwed over too now. Happy Progress Day! Leading back to Jace and Victor and their technology stuff, I feel a little bad for Victor. I don't know if it's just me, but I can already see him kind of being like pushed to the side. Like Jace is like glorified, like everybody like talks about Jace and like his face is on airships that fly by. I mean, Jace always seems like the center of everything, even though Victor is his partner. And Victor just kind of like stays in the shadows. He kind of just like stays out of his way. Nobody ever really talks about him. And Victor's one of my favorite characters, and you'll see why later in the series, why like he's my favorite character. So I feel like he deserves way better. Hopefully in the next episode we'll see some more action. What Vi and Caitlin are planning to do, what Silco and Jinx are going to do with the new gemstone, and what Piltover is going to do since they have to close everything off now. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments of what you think of this episode and the show in general. Don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more Arcane or any other movie reviews. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you around.